Hello interweb, this is Dannage. Welcome back to Cattle Shores, episode 15 now. That's crazy. And in terms of style, I'm going to continue with the speedy sort of run-through play thing going on here. But I've decided to sort of, not try and do like 7 hours and then compress it down by 10 times speed, but more sort of do it sort of triple speed. I think this is 3.5. I think this is 350%, 360%. I'm starting out at the harbor area, and I'm trying to do some stuff, and we're going to see me get, last time I was complaining, I was moaning about keys and how the keys work, and sometimes they all get a little bit wah, and then paths can be quite smart, and sometimes we enjoy how the game sort of goes, I think I know what you're trying to do and I'm going to do it for you. So you get up to near to a road, and it sort of says I'm going to connect you to the road, and you think, oh great, thank you. But then sometimes it sort of goes, is that a connection? Well, not really. I mean, that doesn't really count. I want to do something else. I want to do, no. All right, delete. All right, try again. Maybe if I moved this out over. Maybe if I went past and then came back. But, oh no, I've gone down to ground level. And yet, somehow ground level seems to have dipped. No, and then it's trying to, you know what? Let's just remove the whole damn thing. Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. It was pretty frustrating at that point, but not the craziest thing that we do. And there we are essentially just trying to adjust some of the terrain height there. I did also somewhere else. I don't think it was in this. I think it was before I'd gotten to trying to do this stuff over the other side where there's the sort of sticky out square bit. I had started adjusting terrain heights for things, and finding out that I needed to do sort of different terrain heights for different bits of the land. Although the key looked like it was lined up, the land behind it didn't seem to be lined up, so there it went. And these get a bit frustrating still, and in the end it's like, wait, you know what, okay, so I'm gonna have to make it 10 miles high, otherwise it's gonna think that it's interfering with the road, and that's fine, but I'll lower it later. But some people, you look at some of these cities that are out there, and you just think, you guys make this stuff look so neat, and all of your pathways, geometric circles and progressions and all sorts of stuff. And just checking the height there, there's plenty of coverage for a bus, so I can go through that again. So I do have a bus there. I've taken one bus from the line, from the stadium line. I did put more buses on the stadium lines. I doubled it from 3 to 6 because there was a point where there were 400 people waiting at a bus stop, and I just thought, you know what, maybe add a couple more buses. Had a little spot of rain there for a second, even though I keep turning the dynamic weather off. And so we've decorated this area, and look, we've got a lot of people waiting there, and they all seem to be in dark blue. So they're either supporting the bus line, or they're supporting the football team, which is roughly the same colour. So now we're adding a metro station. Ooh, our first metro station. And what are we going to do? We're going to join that up. Oh, we're going to go left. We're going to go left. We're going to go left. No, we're going to go. No, actually, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to join it to the train station. Let's make the damn train station work. Ah, crikey. You see, I thought 3 times speed and I wouldn't have any trouble keeping up with stuff. But actually, I'm not going as slow build as I thought I would be. Making that connector road go under the bridge there, that's fine. Adding some more roads here, slightly frustratingly sometimes again, that they don't always go. But yes, it didn't want the station to join too many times. on the not the arterial road, the collector road. So I ended up just having the two connections, which is what I'd always intended, and then a sort of it's perpendicular kind of to the other thing. Now, what I'm thinking here is I don't want to use block services again, and I don't want to have to put some power lines down. So my thinking is, what I need to do is I need to get the electricity to just come over here, how I'm going to do it. So I've got pretty healthy commercial demand there, so why don't I just extend the commercial bits? That's my little touristy area still, not touristy area, the leisure area. I know where the touristy area is going to be, and I haven't yet told you. Ooh, isn't that exciting? But yeah, there's some stuff there, and I did have you see, I didn't even need to explain it. I did have see, the paths are just at some point going, well, I don't care that you clicked, I'm just going to disappear. And the most annoying one for me for paths is sometimes, and this happened a couple of episodes ago. Ooh, look at the traffic, and that's where I keep thinking. I think that was the point where I was thinking, oh, I should turn despawning off so that I get the proper traffic challenge, and then realised that it was off. Then I was trying to find the thing that removed crossings, because I thought there was something in here that removed crossings, but in the end it was, oh no, I can just ban them from crossing, but I can't get rid of the crossings, and then use the run through to try and clear some of that traffic. So I have done some traffic fixes in here. This is I think even now my percentage is something around 82, 83, 84. So I'm happy with that. Now I have kind of mucked this up a little bit. Not that I knew of at the time when I was playing. It was just this morning I was actually thinking, because I recorded this last night. I did actually record it a few days ago, trying to catch up, but I wasn't happy with what I did, and then I recorded it again. I wasn't happy with what I did, recorded it the third time, and then it seemed to work. But yeah, I've realized today I've made some of this area that I'm actually building in now a park, because I didn't expect to build anything around the roundabout. I didn't want to put any infrastructure around the roundabout because you know, didn't want to create too much traffic. But in the end, I've sort of distracted myself by a building over here where I didn't have to, because I was just trying to bridge electricity. But B, I just thought, well, you know, while we're here, let's go and do that, and then let's not interfere with the collectors too much. Let's just put in some streets and then put in some local, but not gridding. Ribbing, maybe. Is that that's not rude? Ribbing's not a rude term, right? Ribbing, you make jokes at people, you rib them. Yes, that's perfectly acceptable. But technically, I'm zoning in a park area there, which I probably shouldn't do. I mean, I do it later in the village, but no. I shouldn't really do, but I'm just adding some services here and putting the police station and the fire station right next to the collector road to give them good access. Then I'm remembering, so one of the reasons I guess I sort of flit about a bit with some of these things is because I've got to watch the demand, right? If you decide what I'm going to do is I'm going to build 1 million houses, then the game just sort of goes, well, all right, the first 100,000 were moved into, and the rest are all abandoned because you didn't find 1 million new people to join. Because it's 1 million new people. No. So you know, I'm trying to keep the demand up by spreading out the bits that I'm joining. I'm putting in some offices there, but I'm putting in offices. Really, I'm being naive at this point. I keep looking at that industrial demand. I keep thinking it's nothing. It's nothing. Do you remember that first? I don't know if you've watched the Snowfall series I started when the festive edition. I think it was the second thing I was doing for City Skylines when I was giving another town a try. Here I'm just getting rid of that bus line because I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to create a new bus line, which is going to be a regional one. But I've still got to power the whole thing, so connect it up. What was I saying? Oh, God. Oh, no, I have to play it back. Oh, yeah, office demand. Yeah, I just keep thinking industry. There'll be some industry somewhere. And when I did the, there's that path thing. Oh, did you lay? Oh, well, I disappeared. I just put a little nugget on the end there. So there might be a path underneath. Maybe not. Who knows? I'll never find out. Yeah, there's never anything I can select. Focus, Dannage, focus. Yeah, so in the snowfall map, just everything was just industrial demand, industrial demand, industrial demand. Maybe that's because I hadn't bought industries. Maybe that's what Paradox do. Maybe they go, you know what? If you haven't got the DLC, we'll make the game really want the DLC. Evil the cat. Not one of my characters. So here I have just decided, yep, make a dash for the area using the commercial. Let's put a path in here. Let's make sure that there's plenty of ways to walk to places. This is, you know, we put some trees on that road and a lot of trees then behind it because, frankly, we want to cut off the noise from the train. And then this is a big square space. Let's find something that we can put on a little land platform here. And let's look for another large building. I mean, it's quite close to the stadium. So there's two large sort of things next to each other, but all right, fair enough. In the end, so I'm just basically looking through all sorts of different stuff that we've got, and they're too big, they're too big, they're too big, they're too small. That's too tall. That needs to go in the city somewhere, in the city centre. Oh, that's tall, but that's got too small a footprint. Oh, what shall we do? Let's find something else. No. Let's go up the next level. Let's go up to the next level. The winter market. Yes, the winter market. Oh, look at the back. No, everything on the back is just like, you know, that thing that it does when you sort of go, but on one end it looks fine, but on the other end, actually, everything's sort of dipping down and there's caverns. And then if you look, no, actually, this, the other corner, the opposite corner, isn't 4 miles up, it's underground, so the place is too big. No, I need to square it off, get something smaller. So I ended up with that, I think, if I remember correctly, that's something like the Fountain of Life and Death or something. It's one of the fountains, it's one of the unique buildings, but as a plaza it was pretty flexible and it still should attract enough attention from people not to go too crazy. And we try hooking up the train line here. We will be activating the train line. Ooh, isn't that exciting? No, it's not. Let me tell you. Let me tell you now, it's not exciting. What I'm going to do next is exciting, but that's with the train line. So that's possibly a Monday's episode, if it works. Oh, we won't know. But I'm going to try and fix what I managed to break here. Again, metro line. Now I've got 2 metro stations. Ooh, now I can connect them up. Now I didn't realise, but if you notice on my road tool, I've actually forced it to ground level, and I kept thinking, why is that? And then why is that sort of interfering with everything else? And I realised it's because it was making roads or making it above ground. So now we have finally got those 2 hooked up, and I try and make a nice little triangle. So that we can have different lines joining different things at different places, and we insert another metro. Brilliant. And then I'm thinking, well, yeah, we kind of want a metro somewhere else now, don't we? So I'm going to place a couple more metro stations. Unfortunately, out here we'll get to the stage where we're either going too far off the beaten track or interfering with an underground road like that. So we're probably going to have to demolish some things. But these are what I just demolished. That was a commercial building. So CPP will not try and have me taken out by the eminent domain police. That's my plan, and that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Now, when we get to Old Town, I am thinking, well, by this point, maybe an overground station, possibly metro station. Sort of, this is coming out towards the end, but no, still too much stuff going on, and I wouldn't really have space to put the overground track more than anything else. So I've ended up placing that underground, and that's within quite a short distance of the train station there as well. So it might be the case that we actually find that some people that live in urban sprawl get on their local train, come to this train station, on the train, and then just walk to the metro station and then go back to the thing. What's the thing? The football stadium, which seems to be attracting a significant amount of people. Here I'm laying another bus route. So this bus route is going to share a couple of stops, I think, with the others, and then I'm sort of thinking, well, I'm gonna circle back there. I don't want to overlap completely with the Old Town bus route or the Stadium to Old Town bus route, and I'm going to pick a couple of different streets. Not too far away from the existing streets, but far enough away so that people have alternate routes. And so that should be exciting. Now, I haven't done a counter. So I haven't done one of those in reverse yet. I'm going to see how that works. If that's got a lot of users on it, and if we end up with, we've got a train station there, a metro station, and, oh, look, there I've moved. And if you play that back at quarter speed, you'll spot one of the issues. And so here I am using Surface Painter and sort of thinking, well, it's not gone brilliantly, but at least the grass bits are out there, so I like the grass bits. So, and now I've got people coming out of the metro station and walking to the train station. That's all very good. I get a little bit crazy now. You may find that the colour goes a bit funny in a bit. That's going to be when I'm placing some trees. That's because I was trying to activate the anarchy. So I'm looking for some stuff that I can just put in here to decorate the plaza, the large sort of concreted area that we've made. And I found this thing in the, I think it was under the park assets, that they're the little sort of iron railings that go around trees. And I thought, well, that's brilliant. They're spaced 8 meters apart. Great, I'll put some trees in 8 meters apart. No, that doesn't seem to be working. Oh no, the prop line tool keeps readjusting the things. And then, so I'm pressing a number of keystrokes to try and make the anarchy work, because I keep thinking, oh, I haven't got the anarchy working, Then my screen went funny. So I'm pretty sure that I pressed something, Alt A or something, and then the screen went a different color. And I don't know if I'd changed the LUT. Oh, there I've gone back into the LUT menu. So now I didn't see it there when I played it back. So it must just have been something on my screen. Lucky for you. But I then sort of thought, oh well, maybe it was the road anarchy I've just put on, and I should try the prop anarchy instead. But that didn't work either. So here I am, manually placing all of the trees because I gave up. And I was just like, you know what? I'm filming this. Nobody's going to be taking any advantage of the. And here I've spotted that the trains seem to have gotten a bit crazy. One of them actually says, I think it may have been that one, but it rather than saying going to destination or something like that, it just says confused, which I've never seen before, and I think is the best thing I've ever seen in City Skylines. You remember a couple of weeks ago we had the metro that sort of the middle cart collapsed in on itself in a quantum singularity, and here we spot that for some reason both lines drag into the one single track. So it's trying to do both directions at once. Now I did look at a video earlier today, just before I came back to do this, to figure out there is a thing that I might try, which might be to try and create 2 single track connection points between this to stop that thing going on. But I'm going to try that on the... I might experiment with it tonight, maybe. But I'm going to try that on the Monday's episode for real. Unless I just try it tonight and it works and everything's fine. So I looked at a railway video. I think it was by Titan or something. And it was just making your railways more realistic. Noticed that the railway project logo from the stuff from the Steam Workshop, if you haven't seen the that stuff, go and look at some of that, because there's a lot of train creators that are doing a lot of effort to make trains more realistic, and it looks pretty sexy. And that's where I found that Swiss train bridge and that station also. So they're all in those sort of big train collections, but a lot of good stuff there. But that video gave me some pointers of stuff I might try, nodeless train tracks and single train tracks and all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to give that a go, and if that works, then our train station can be reconnected. But the way that I made it work for now, in the map, as you may have seen, is I had the train connecting up at the station in both directions. Now it just goes in the one direction that doesn't jump the track. So the train is still being used. I do want to put some more decorations on this plaza now that I've got some of these sort of buildings out the way. I was trying to get some of those buildings because, again, I've got still sky-high residential demand, which I'm not complaining about, but I'm not building the residential areas. And there's still lots and lots of people in that coming out of that bus, which I'm quite enjoying. Just adding some fountains here and some billboards for advertising and some benches and some a little balloon stand, so you can buy balloons on your way home to see your kid and apologize for missing their birthday because you went to see the football game. Oh dear. And then our jolly ice cream van we've referred to before, because that was the one that you put one of those on top of each other, or on top of another one, and about 3/4 of the way up, and then that's how much clearance you need for a donut truck. So that's how you measure how high your intersection overpasses and roadway overpasses needed to be. So I'm joining up these collectors now. What I am thinking, and this may or may not work, is I'm thinking back there I've got a tram station in the urban sprawl. So I'm wondering whether I might be able to somehow get that using just tram roads and coming back up and rejoining, and then maybe so all those collectors that I've got that have medians in them, maybe those medians could be converted to tram lines. We will see what happens there. Here I'm just adding some more houses to Urban Sprawl second side. Can't remember if I've talked about that in the previous episode or not now. So many re-recordings. Oh my god, can't keep track. Here I'm expanding the farm. Got another bit of confusion coming up in a minute, so this expansion is relatively small. I'm just thinking with both of these farms, they stay at 2-star because they don't have enough workers. And one of the things I do to combat that is to add more residential around here and to build this area up. But the other way, so in one of the abandoned ones recordings, I didn't do anything with that farm right on the end, but this one that's closer to us, I just expanded that, added a bunch more animal stuff, and then it went sort of almost immediately to a 4-star. Now these guys don't have enough resource, and I'm resource painting, and I'm thinking they still don't have enough resource, and then I'm looking, and I'm no, there is no resource underneath there, and I'm resource painting, but nothing's happening, and I'm assuming that it's because of trees. And there, look, if I remove some trees, then I get some white screen back. So it's not forest resource anymore, but I can't seem to quite... I don't know if there's some time delay or something, or this was forest area for quite a while, so it'd be years before you can fertilize it. Who knows? But the important thing is that's not getting any greener. So abandon trying to expand that one any further. That will have enough to hopefully bring it up to a 3-star or a 4-star. Certainly in terms of production, I think production-wise, these guys have output enough to become 5-star farms in their own right, and that's fine. We're going to add in a greenhouse here because I like the big greenhouses. Otherwise, we're going to go on with some more crop fields, and those will be exciting. And just expand the water out. And then what we want next to this place, really, we're putting in some animal pastures there, just some cow pastures. And we're putting in cows because there's not enough land under that. So just got to, and we're putting in cows because we've got the milking parlour and, the milking parlour and the other one, the cattle shed, the cattle barn. I haven't put the slaughterhouse in. I haven't got the heart. Oh, come on, guys. I mean, they're my cows. I've repainted the district. I've made it a farm district. And I've added a couple of little houses here. And then I decide, well, you know what? Let's have some... I kind of want to make a little village around here. So I add some more stuff in. And I add some more... now we go into dirt roads and we sort of add some bits just for some little local roading. And we want to get some houses in here. So get the light residential and just splash the whole area. Don't care really how big the stuff is or what sort of configuration of stuff joins up. We just want to make some houses for local people. Now, there have been 2 previous attempts where I'd basically tried to build a village, but I ended up sort of along that main road to the other side of it. There I'm just adding animal products now to my warehouses so that I've got one of the yards filling up with that when it becomes available. Adding some more barracks so I get some more people. And then just, so these houses have all built up now, so add some more. We get some more housing in. So this area expands probably more than a tiny little country village maybe would have done, but yeah, I'm relatively happy. It's I would say it's better than the previous versions that you didn't see, and there's a bit of spokiness going on there. And a bit of sort of cul-de-sacing a little bit, but no, generally just some spikes. But, it's just a little... It's not supposed to be anything big. It wasn't an area. It wasn't defined as an area. I have a village and a river town somewhere else on the map. So this is literally just to try and get a little bit of population around so that the farms have some workers. And momentarily there, briefly, my residential demand has been consumed, sated, and even though I'm using low density residential here, that's fine. I've now got this little village has helped curb the residential demand. So that I was just checking that the train station is still working. And yes, it is. I did think momentarily, what if I tried moving something to the other platform? The other line isn't connected to that line. So that wouldn't have worked. So what am I doing here? I am adding just another little bit of extra stuff, making it all commercial around here. Just because I don't want to put too much in terms of residential. I've got another waterfront. Gonna do the waterfront next. Checking the metro. Plenty of people using the metro. And here we go. Here we go. We're near the end now. We sort of ended up on that view because I think you'll agree that is a pretty decent view of the city from a quiet corner of the town. Old Town. So that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for liking, commenting, subscribing, bringing notification bells, etc. And we will see you again next time.